Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to Al Habtoor Polo Resort Club for our second day of play in the Silver Club 2024. We have two games here this afternoon. Our first match is between Bangash and the UAE. Bangash not managing to come up with a win on their first day. UAE managing to come up with a good win on their first day in overtime. And there we have Von Potolsky, Fede, just getting himself mounted up. The rest of the teams seem to be on the field already, which is good to see. Nice and prompt. Umpires are already out there too. And so, of course, this event, our main sponsor being Insignia, founded in 1996, it began the journey as a provider for travel-related services and payment cards. Our co-sponsors are, of course, Essentia Events. It's a privately owned hospitality company, manage a portfolio of hospitality brands across the UAE and provide investor and hospitality career opportunities for their partners and associates. We'd also like to thank Diamond Lease, of course, fully owned subsidiary of Al Habtoor Group, established also in 1996, offering automotive rental and leasing solutions here in the UAE. PROW Information Technology, whose headquarters in Dubai, with the regional offices in Tashkent, Uzbekistan, with their back office, of course, being in Lebanon. Our media partners, of course, being Polo Line and Al Badia. And, of course, our lineups out there on the screen that you can see. For Bangash, playing at number 1, it is Haida Bangash on 0 goals. At number 2, it is Facundo Kelly from Argentina. On 3, at number 3, it is Tomasito Fernandez Llorente on 8 goals. And at the back door, also on 8 goals from Argentina, is Alfredo Capella, making the combined total of 19 goals. They're up against the UAE Polo, with number 1 being Her Highness Sheikh Ametha bint Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum on 0. At number 2, Federico Von Potolsky on 5 from Argentina. And at number 3, Luquin Monteverde on 7 goals. And, of course, at the back door, it is going to be the Irishman, Tommy Beresford, on 8. They have an cumulative handicap of 20 goals. And therefore, we'll have a half a goal start being a handicap tournament in favour of Bangash to get this underway shortly here. Now, the umpires, of course, there, as you see on the screen, are Mateus Baveni and Peter Wright, with Jason Dixon as third man. So just the finishing touches being done to some of the ponies warming up here now, and they will get this one underway. We had some very exciting games on Saturday. We have today's play, and then, of course, we'll have Saturday with 2 more games, following Wednesday, and then the main finals being the following Saturday, 3rd of February. As the 2 teams start to line up here now. All right, just looking to get them in order here. Just get them in. Just looking for a little bit of order. Just sure he's laid down a little bit of the rules with regard to no barging, no encroaching across the line there, and the ball gets bowled into play. Cleanly nice. We could see it nearly came out the back, but it's Tomasito comes away with it. He gets bumped and bored onto that one there, but Luquin picks up the spoils here now. Looks to make the backhand. Capella spoils that one there, but quickly onto it. Tomasito back onto it there with Beresford. Tomasito just gets pulled off out of that play. Beresford just told to yield off out of it. Gets told to play the ball. Looks to unload that one, but didn't quite get as much as he would quite like to have done so. As Beresford picks up, makes a turning play and sends himself back up towards his attacking goal. He cuts this one out wide here this time. Umpire Baveni just scooching out of the way as Monteverde comes up onto this one here. Going back there with him is Capella. Just checks up inside Capella here now. Looks for the shock, looks to try and send that one in there for Tommy. Tommy gets hooked off out of that one there. The ball just comes off, so Facu couldn't get hold of it. Tomasito looks to try and make the hooking play there on Luquin, who just gently proceeds forward up here now. Looks up towards the goal and cuts this one in, but it looks like he's just cut it a little bit too much and didn't quite find the goals on this occasion. So the ball's just gone wide, and it'll be put down on the back line here now. For Alfredo Capella. And Bangash to bring into play here now. Alfie taps it up forward. Goes on the deck with that one there. Send it out for Tomasito. Tomasito been approaching him there is Lukin. Looks to come back inside him. Comes back inside Capella as well, and Capella's just trying to make a bit of blocking work so he can go a little bit further forward with it. And Tomasito unloads this one, looking for Kelly. Sends it up, looking to flatten up onto that one. Kelly gets away with that one and finishes that one up forward, looking there for Haider. Haider looks to pick it up on the near side, manages to do so nicely. Gets away here now. Cuts that one a little bit wide though, but looking to come onto it is Kelly. He gets pushed off out of it there once again. Here comes Fedivon Potowski. Good strong backhand by him. Solid, simple, nice play. Sends it up for Lukin. Lukin takes the hook from Tomasito and retains possession of the ball. Lukin, here's a call. Cuts it out here now. This time for Potowski. Gets told to yield off it and leave it for Beresford. Beresford gives the big, long, lofted drive up the guts of the field here now. Looking to try and get onto that one there, but the first onto it is going to be Haider. Opened at the backhand does Tomasito. Looking to get it up for the near side play for Alfredo, who gets hooked off out of it. Kelly plays the backhand. It's half stopped there by Beresford. Neither player could come in on that one as Beresford claimed the line. And in comes Kelly. And we get a whistle on the play. So the umpires will just unpick this one here now. It looks very much so like Tommy Beresford had control of the play. And it looks like we have a penalty being moved up here now for our first penalty of the match. For a penalty 3. A 40-yard penalty in favour of UAE, being teed up by Fedivon Potowski, as Tommy Beresford actually just took this opportunity to quickly change, as has Capella, though we will have 3 changes about halfway through, probably about in another minute's time. Oh, maybe he was just looking for a new mallet actually, was Beresford. Capella having certainly changed off the grey onto a bay. Or brown mare, rather. So Beresford up onto the play here now. Goes in, drives out the canter and lofts that one clean over the scoreboard. Out into the desert there. Lovely goal there. Oh, or not. Let us see. Maybe not. Be uncharacteristic if it was, if it went wide. But they're just discussing this one with the flagman as well. So it looks like it has actually gone wide. So no score. Half a goal on the handicap. It is to Bangash still. And it's going to be Alfredo Capella to bring it in once more. Alfie taps it up, taps it again. You see Tomasito cutting one way, just draws everyone with him, so he goes by himself. But Potowski stays with him. Tomasito coming up in behind to give him the support as needed. Yields off it, leaves it, comes back in behind Tomasito as he goes forward with the ball. Just be met there by Lukin. Sends this one up there, looking for Haider. Haider looking to come onto that play here now. Does so. Haider gets a good long shot at the field. Going back with him there is Mather to push him wide. Haider looks for the next shot and then gets pushed wide there by Mather. So it's going to be left here now for Lukin. He dummies the backhand and comes back round onto that one there. Tomasito slightly overcommitted into the play. And it's sent up there for Beresford. Just flicked away from him, though, by Capella, who returns play back into attack once more. Capella up past the first man here now. Capella on the move. Has to bring the pony back round to get back online once again. He's trying to run this ball all the way home. In comes Potowski, gets the hook, the ride off, and the ball comes out with the treasure there. Does Potowski. As Kelly's just flicking his pony a bit as he comes back in there with a little backhand. But we get a change of line of the ball and we get a whistle on the play. So you can see on the replay there what they decided to pull out of that one there, possibly looking like Fede had that line. So you just see a good shot there for our pole line viewers of Fede Potowski just mounting back up. Beresford behind him there as well. And we have Haider gone down the bottom end of the field to change, as long has Fede. as the players start to come back out on the field here now. You see them milling over the ball there. Beresford's standing there rather positively, thinking that it's certainly his. So we've got 45 seconds through the change. So, players called, and we have a spot penalty, a penalty 5 in favour of UAE for Tommy Beresford to bring into play. Tommy taps that forward here now. In comes Kelly to see if he can force him to actually unleash that play, but in behind comes Lukeen, yields off, leaves it for Lukeen. Lukeen cuts back the other way into some open space here now, looking to go the long way round. He is open, but he checks up once more. This time, fizzes that one up nicely forward there, looking for Pitowski. Pitowski there with Capella. Pitowski this time assuring he's got a bit of space, just sends that one up there. The backhand comes in nicely there by Hyder, changing the line for Capella to come onto. Capella checks up on the play. Capella being helped out there by Tomasito, keeping Pitowski off out of it, but he's got Beresford out there in front. He gives that ball a ride, and it is going to be Tomasito and Pitowski going back. Tomasito gets the first play on the ball, gets the second, couldn't quite get the third as he comes in towards the middle of the field, but he's got Kelly in there behind. He hears the call to send that one up, but he didn't quite get as far as he would have liked to have done so, and it is going to be Lukeen. Lukeen plays the open backhand, was trying to get that one to Pitowski, but unfortunately for him, it didn't quite reach him, and it falls kindly there for Kelly. Kelly was met there by Pitowski. It comes out with the spoils and leaves it now here for Capella. Capella trying to find a way around and away from all the traffic. Draws Lukeen into him, but he's cut up his inside, so he's going to bring it back out to the boards once more. Gets half hooked off out of it, but retains possession, does the big man Capella. Capella looking for Beresford just to yield off out of it. Leaves it for Tomasito. Tomasito gets told to use the ball, does so. Plays a nice pass for Capella. Capella trying to work his way in there behind of Beresford, and he just gets that in behind Beresford and through the goals. Not much of a margin to look at on that one there, but a beautifully executed goal there by Alfredo Capella. And you can see here the little pass up there from Tomasito. Not a lot of angle. Oh, and he just manages to get that one through. Beautifully accurate shot there by Alfredo Capella Barabucci. Taking the score now, 1.5 goals it is to Bangash here in Chukka number 1. So lining up on the far side of the field, we get a whistle on the play. As he looks for a bit of order, does right, and the ball goes in, and it's Lukeen who backs that one out there for Pitowski. Pitowski trying to get away there from Kelly. Kelly couldn't quite get the hook in this time. Pitowski onto his near side, straightens this one up. He's looking for revenge here. Comes in, Pitowski onto that near side, flicks that one in towards the goal, but unfortunately the hard work of Kelly and the good pressure, unable to do so at this point in time, and it just goes wide. So the ball's going to be placed down here now. For a hit in from the back line by Alfredo Capella. For Bangash. Alfie comes across the face of his goal here now. Ducks the other way. Pulls it away from Pitowski. Looks to try and unsight him slightly and make a bit of space for himself. Keeps coming forward. This time goes up on the move. He has Tomasito coming in behind, slipping in there. Nicely, Capella onto it. In comes Pitowski. Pitowski spoils the play with a little backhand. Up, and as he does so, a little over-exuberance, and he ends up coming out of the plate. Oh, as he did, he hit the ground rather heavily there. He's just smarting a bit as he comes off. We can see on the replay here. And it looks like he got sideswiped by the horse's head of Capella. So, Feddy's just going to take a moment or two here now. Looks like he just slipped in front of Alfredo Capella. And at the same time as Alfie goes for the check, the horse just sideswiped him off his pony. And that's certainly going to hurt. If he's taking this much time, it certainly did, because he's a tough little fella. And as he came round for that near side hook, as you can see on the replay, just came around across in front of him. And so Alfie's just gone to change, and it looks like the ambulance has gone into attendance there for Fede, but it looks like he's going to mount back up again. That's Fedi back onto the field now. Here's Fedi von Potolski, and we'll get this underway here now. And it looks like a ball has been dropped down. As White were in possession. I believe there'll be a drop ball, a free hit here in favour of Bangash. So you just see there the eager eye on the screen of Lucero Monteverde, checking out what his elder brother's doing. And it is going to be Capella. Capella brings it forward here now. Capella going one way, coming the other way. There with Potolski. Keeps coming forward. Yields off and leaves it. And we get a whistle on that play. Capella's looking for a little bit of cat and mouse going on here now. He's just being clever. You can see on this replay, especially from the drone, we should be able to see it quite clearly. He's just darting one way, then he comes the other way, then he comes round the other way again. And he's just, as Fedi's just looking over his shoulder, looking for the ball. He's just finding himself drifting over the line from the body weight and the responsiveness of the pony. And so we have a spot penalty, no, not a spot penalty rather, a penalty 4. A 60-yard penalty here now in favour of Bangash, being teed up by Alfredo Capella. Fedi's just having a quick chat with the umpire there. So retiring back behind the goal, or at least 40 yards they have to be now, is the UAE, as Alfredo Capella circles round up onto the play here now. Alfie. Alfredo comes up, he gives that ball a ride and straight through and over the top it is there for Alfredo Capella. Taking the score, 2 goals and a half on handicap to Bangash. And we've got about 13 seconds left there on the clock, so I'm not sure they'll get time to get this back into play. Even though they are making their way back to the middle of the field. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the first hooter goes, and that there will end Chukka number 1, with the score being 2.5 goals it is to Bangash, and UAE still looking to open up their account. And for our Apollo Line viewers, we will quickly go to a few messages and adverts. Pick this one up away there from Pinello. Quick, sharp, he's off there. It's Luquin, Monteverde, Luquin going under the neck here now. No, he's left it though, but he's got the man in support there. But Luquin picks it up once more and looks to cut the backhand in towards the goal. It gets half dropped, but through the goal it is, and there it is. Like the Gold Cup, golden goal by Luquin. Monteverde helped out there by Fedi von Potolski. Fedi picked up the pieces and flicked that one up forward to him. You see him, he picked it up onto the near side and then flicked that one back through the goals. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Polo Line. And Al Habtoor Polo Sporting Club here in Dubai. The United Arab Emirates on another glorious winter's afternoon. Mid-20s it is. Couldn't ask for much better for polo conditions with a nice cool breeze. And please get in touch with us on Facebook. Drop your comments in. Let us know where you're watching from. And we'll see if we can give you a shout out during this match and, of course, during the next match, which will be Dubai Wolves by Cafu against Habtor Polo. So the two teams lining up on the far side there on umpire right. Looks that Vegas resemblance of a gap. Before we can get this underway. So there it is. Ball comes into play. Skews off out the side. Coming away with Lukin. Lukin looks over his shoulder. Knows he thought he would have Kelly there with him, but he's just kept off out of it there by Beresford. And he sends that one up nicely forward, looking for those at the front door. But first onto it is going to be Tomasito. Tomasito checks up. In comes Feddy. Comes round. Tries to spoil his play. But Tomasito, quick and sharp, gets up past one. Gets past Beresford as well. Tomasito on a little bit of a fly here this time. Calls Kelly to come in behind. And as he swaps over onto his near side, we get a whistle on that play. See on the replay here now, he's going up forward with it. You see he's got Kelly just waiting to try and pick the man up coming through. And in doing so, attracts the attention of the umpire. And he was just swapped over in front of him as well, so you can have whichever choice you want. And the umpire's just deciding where they're going to take this one to, and it looks like it's gone to a 5B, a halfway penalty. Being teed up by Beresford. Beresford just calling the umpire, looking for a different ball. As you all know, quite often looks for a slightly used ball. Offer them the nice new shiny ones, and they want a nice old used one, but there you have it. It tends to fly a bit truer. So Beresford circling around here now. Let's see how that arm's feeling. We've got Tomasito and Fede having a good tussle, gets hold of it, sends it up. Lukin checks up, waits for it, but looking to come on the meter. That one there was Alfredo, but unable to do so. Fizzes that one up forward, first back onto it. And he's back onto his own play, and as he does, it gets stopped, and he drives that one into a pony. Did that go into the pony, or did he come across in front of him? And that we'll see here, hopefully, on the replay. We get a good view from the drone. He's got traffic coming across both ways, so let's see what the umpires decide on this.
Who did you blow the foul on? Yeah, but the white guy, the white player, the blue hat went from right to left. He was outside of the line and then he went from right to left as he hit.
And we get another view of it here now, look. And you see Tomasito goes to pick that one up, and it looks like he's come from right to left across in front of him. But let's see what the umpires decide at the end of the day. It is their call. You can see it on screen. We've got Jacinto Grotto and also Gallego. He's out there watching, eagle-eyed, as the umpires just drop a ball down here now for a penalty 2 from the spot. As Bangash have to retire back 30 yards from the ball. Tommy Beresford circling round at the canter here now. Probably some 10 metres from the goal, if that. As he comes round onto this nicely. A nice undefended goal for Tommy Beresford. Comes up to it, drops it down onto it. Not a big bomb this time, no need for it. The flags are off, so there it is. The account's being opened up for the UAE. It is now 1 goal to the UAE, 2.5 to Bangash, here in Chukka number 2. Umpires line the two teams up once more. Peter Wright bowls that ball into play, looking for it to come out the back, but he gets stuck in the middle and it's a little bit sticky and dirty at the front of the line now, but Tomasito comes away with it here now. Tomasito yields off, leaves it for Kelly. Kelly looks to turn back inside there, or Feddy, he yields off and leaves it there for Capella. Capella coming off the back of the play here now. Capella going forward, leans into that one, comes off the pony, picks it up again, gets another bite at the cherry, but going back with him there is Patowski, gets the ride off, gets the backhand. It ricochets again, and who's going to be first onto it here now? Looks like Beresford has managed to scoop up the play here nicely there for the UAE and gives that ball a ride up the field, but first onto this one here looks like it is going to be Capella. Capella gets told to play it by Tomasito. Goes around the corner here now. With him though, it's going to be Lukin. Lukin Goes up on the move. Goes round up onto that one there. Now he goes with a bit of a show and go. And we get a whistle on the play. Looking, think he just come across him there slightly, but we'll see nicely on the replay here now. He just checks up, goes forward, and just gets caught behind the saddle. Freddie Capella playing a lot of smart polo out here in this match. A couple of times he's been using the brain just to pull players in. And we end up with a 30-yard penalty. My penalty 2 here now has just been confirmed to me in favour of Bangash. And it will be Tomasito to circle round up onto this here now for this undefended goal attempt. Tomasito comes up at a bit of a rush and a hurry. Pony's a bit keen and he drops the mallet down, but no mistake there from the 8-goaler. Tomasito Fernandez Llorente. 3.5 goals it is to Bangash. 1 goal to the UAE. So back to the middle it is once more here in chugger number 2. Umpire right. Look to line the 2 teams up here now. Bowls that ball into play it goes. Stuck once more at the front of the line it is. Working for it there is Fede. Fede comes away. Fede comes away with it here now. Avoids the hook there from Capella. And he's off on the move here now. But just to meet Tomasito. Tomasito can't come in onto that one there. Doesn't go with the big shot. He knows he's got Tomasito trying to get round. He goes with it this time and tries to send up there for Lukin. Lukin looking for the play. He's going to have to come back for it. Make a turning play to face himself back up towards goal once more. And Tomasito finds Capella in front of him. We end up with a whistle on the play. And we can see nicely on the replay that he comes back with it, comes back round, the confidence comes back in, and unfortunately, just the momentum of Alfie just carrying himself across in front of Lukin Monteverde. So the ball's been dropped down here now for a penalty 2 this time, but it's in favour of the UAE. And Beresford just teeing this one up. Beresford circling around here on the little pamper. This 30-yard penalty. Beautifully composed, amazing horses there from the UAE. Drives and shoots and puts it straight through the goals. No mistake there for Beresford from the 30-yard mark. And it's 2 goals it is now to the UAE, but it's still 3.5 goals for Bangash. You can see on the replay there. Tommy comes in, beautifully balanced, just drives that one straight through the goals. So back to the middle of the field. I think the umpires are just having a word with the players if they wish to have a change. And we get a whistle on it just to change. And we're at 3:43 on the whistle. And the players will quickly go back to change. You see there a lovely shot there of Tommy Beresford. Going back with his team, Jacob Matha and Lukin. Go back up to the top end of the field, the Villa end, to quickly change. There's Tommy, just no need for a mounting block for the long man, just sort of steps very nicely onto the pony. Some 2 meters on him. A shot there of Lukin, just getting a little word there from was in the grotto as Fede finally gets himself up to the top there. And we're already up to 1 minute. And there we see a drone shot there of the Bangash players coming back out in the field. There's Facundo Kelly, making his way back towards the middle of the field. As the 2 teams start to accumulate at the middle of the field. The umpire, Peter Wright, will call them together. After having a quick chat about the urgency of these changes. And the ball gets bowled into play. Into play it is this time. Comes off towards the back of the line out. No, it didn't. It got stuck. I thought it might have been coming there because Feddy and Alfie are having a good little tussle there, but coming away with the near side backhand comes Beresford. It comes forward once again. He gets another by the cherry, sends it back in once more, trying to set it up here for Lukeen. Lukeen Monteverde on the halfway line. Lukeen gets the first time play, sends that one up the field. Trying to come onto it there is going to be Capella and Mather. Mather comes in onto it, gets it by the cherry, and it's now the play is spoiled. It's stopped. Burke's pair come over the top of it, and it is now going to be Tomasito to clear it up here for Bangash. Tomasito in there with Feddy. Tomasito under the neck. Good strong shot by him, but comes off Lukeen's pony, and it's backed in once more there by Feddy von Petovsky, unleashing young Lukeen. Look to try and get something out of that there from the backhand of Kelly, but the umpires think he was straight and good enough not to milk it, and it's now going to be Alfredo. Alfredo checks up, and he goes with a big long shot here this time, looking to thump that one up the field, but first to get back onto this one here, looks like it is going to be Beresford as Hyder comes through across in front of him. We get a whistle on the play. Let's see, on the replay here now, Beresford certainly established on it, and did dink a little bit to the left there to just exaggerate the point. But regardless of that, there wasn't really quite enough room for Hyder to come in onto that. Speed and distance being the key there. And the ball's been placed down for a spot penalty of penalty 5 in favour of the UAE, to be taken by Tommy Beresford. Beresford onto this one here now. Beresford taps it once more. Opens that long arm up and unleashes it out there for Lukeen. Lukeen, first time play, sends this one under here looking for Feddy, but it's half cut out the play there by Capella. Capella checks up, makes a turning play, comes back inside, goes away there from Petovsky. Can't check up too much because he knows he's got players with him. Petovsky looks to take out Tomasito, but it's going to be Lukeen. Lukeen comes away with it here now. Lukeen unfortunately couldn't quite carry that further forward, but it's now going to be Tomasito faces that one up the front door. But first back onto this one here, looks like it is going to be Beresford. Beresford comes in, takes the hook, backhand sent out there this time by Lukeen, and Tomasito has a slip and down he goes. Oh, and he might have just got clattered a little bit there by the pony of Lukeen's as well. Let's see where we're at here now. Comes up onto it, checks up, goes to the turn, might have got his pony's legs caught up with Lukeen as he came round in front of him, but the umpires will tell him it's all right. We wish Tomasito all the best. The backhand had gone, but he's still coming down the line with momentum. And so just have a slight pause here now, as Tomasito just regathers himself. So the umpires are coming to the third man, looking for So Tomasito just regathers himself, gets a quick drink there of water. Well, one can assume it's water. And he looks to remount up again, but onto a fresh pony this time. There's basically nowhere for him to go there. As there were a couple of players had actually just cut straight across in front of him as he's still coming down the right of way. And the umpires will just have a bit more of a chat. We can see on the replay, a little back, not really much of a backhand. Then the backhand came in. And not a lot of room possibly, but let's see what the umpires decide. And they will give us the answer if UAE were able to make that turn or not in front of Tomasito. So umpire just having a quick chat there with Capella as well. But it looks like we have the UAE retiring back behind their line. Umpires deeming it's all very well having these very quick, sharp ponies, but if you still have to give way in the name of safety, and we have a spot penalty, a 30-yard penalty it is, an undefended penalty here now for Tomasito. Fernandez Llorente to come up to it here now, just drops the mallet down, it's undefended, the flags are off, so there it is, it's one more goal on the board there for Bangash, taking it now, 4.5 goals is to Bangash, and 2 goals to the UAE, with just under a couple of minutes left to play here in chukker number 2 of this 5 chukker match, of course. So we'll still have one more chukker after this before we go into half-time. So umpire right just lines 2 teams up, bowls that ball in, comes out the back of the line out, looking for that one. There's Fetty, leaves it for Tommy, but coming in there is Tomasito, and we get a whistle on that play there. Tommy just had that ball, had the line, and Tomasito just possibly came across him a little bit, it looks like. You see, Tommy flicked it up there. Ooh. And it looks like we have a penalty 4. This time to be given here now to the UAE. And Tommy Beresford to tee it up. Try and get themselves a little bit closer to that Bangash score of 4.5 to 2 it is. And a minute and a half left to play. Tommy just teeing this one up. Tommy Beresford circling around here now. This freshly clipped little pony. Probably see her back out again later. Tommy, onto the play. Sails it down, beautiful platform to hit off, and he strikes that one, but it's just gone out to the right-hand side. So the ball's placed here on the back line. The score remains the same, 4.5 to 2 it is. For Freddie Capella to bring in here now for Bangash. Taps it forward. Tomasito staying close. Now he's on the move. Goes with a long, high, lofted drive there. Looking to drop that one down there in front of Haider. Haider picks it up on the move here now, but couldn't quite take the ball with him. But it's going to be Lukeen to pick this one up here now. Lukeen comes forward. Takes the man. Goes onto his near side. Comes back away the other way, but he's got the backhand shot. Goes in there trying to unleash Petovsky, but Tomasito's read that one well. Petovsky there with Tomasito. Tomasito comes away from him. Tomasito, unfortunately, gets hooked off out of it, and in onto that one there comes Fetty, but we get a driving shot by Fetty and a whistle on the play. Let's see what the umpires are going to unpick out of this one here now. You can see Tomasito just comes away with it. Fetty goes in with the driving shot. Not liking something in there as he met Alfredo. And we have a short penalty here now, this time in favour of the UAE from the 30-yard line. Tommy Beresford, close range this time. Beresford canters around once more. Onto the ball here now. Comes up to it, strikes it well, and straight through the middle it is. No missing there for the Beresford. And through the goals it is, taking it 3 goals to UAE now, but it's still 4.5 goals for Bangash as the players get themselves back towards the middle of the field. Possibly time to get this ball into play. So umpire right, lines the 2 teams up. Ball into play it is, taken off there by Capella. Capella's backhand looking there for Kelly. Kelly on this near side takes it away there from Lukeen. Kelly back onto a stick side once more, going towards goal, goes with a big shot here this time, but unfortunately gets a little bit of cane, tries to keep it in, manages to keep it in, but this time it goes wide, and they're out. Over the back line it goes, the hooter goes, and there it is at the end of chukker number 2, ladies and gentlemen. The score is 4.5 goals to Bangash and 3 goals to the UAE. And now we'll go to a few messages and adverts from Polo Line.
faster. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm bigger, bolder, faster.
With the ball from the back line where it went out of play. It'll be Beresford to bring it back in, and a couple of little mentions here now, of course, in Kettlewell. Thank you very much for tuning in from, of course, the one and only Bulldog Barbers there in Midhurst, and Pep Singh, who's tuning in from Deepek. Let's hear a few more comments from people. I can give you a bit of a shout out. Be great to hear from you. Let us know where you're watching from too. So as the grounds crew just scurry off the field, it'll be Beresford to bring it back into play. So one more chucker before we go into half-time here now. Beresford just looking for a different ball, actually. So Beresford to bring it back in here now. Thank you to the ground crew. We need to be a bit swifter, please, because we have to get on with our second game as well. But Beresford shows on the neck with this one here now. For Lukeen. Loses a bit of momentum, turns back inside, comes away there from Capella, goes to the shot, tries to send that one up here now for Beresford, well positioned, but Kelly's going back, putting the pressure on him. Kelly pushes him off out of it, leaving it now for Tomasito. Tomasito wisely sends a backhand as Patowski's in there, taken out of it though, it is Capella. Capella stops the backhand partially there of Lukeen. It's sent in now by Tommy for Lukeen. Lukeen goes with a one-time play, gives that ball a ride. He might have a little bit too much on that one, and out over the back line it goes. So the ball this time will be placed on the back line here now for Alfredo Capella. Capella. A little bit of chit-chat going in there on the field as Capella just taps it forward and brings it into play. Tomasito cutting wide. Doesn't look for that option. He goes the other way with it this time, though, instead, and gives that ball a thump and a ride. And up there it is there for Haider. Haider Bangash. Up over the halfway line he goes. Going back with him there is Shaker Mather. Mather going back with him. Looks for the ride-off. Does so. Cancels each other out. Backhand comes in by Beresford. Skews off out towards the side. First onto it, though, it's going to be Tomasito. Tomasito up, and he just ends up getting a stolen away from him there by Lukeen. Oh, very acute angles indeed. A whistle goes, so let's see what the umpires will come out with this one, because we do have the drone shot here now. And we can see where it came from, to and from, and yeah, that's all that can be said. Poor old Tomasito's had him crossing in front of him a couple of times so far here in this match. And the ball here now has been brought up for a 60-yard penalty, a penalty 4, in favour of Bangash. And it'll be teed up there by Alfredo Capella. Good afternoon, Massimo. Veterinario extraordinaire from Italy, just walking past us here. So circling around up on here now for the penalty 4, 60-yard penalty for Alfredo Capella. Alfie coming around here now. Pony coming around really nicely for him. He gives that ball a ride. It's high and it looks like it's gone straight through the goals, confirmed by the umpires and the flagman. Taking it now 5.5 goals it is to Bangash. 3 goals to the UAE in chucker number 3. So back to the middle it is. One more time there. For umpire right to get this ball back into play. Beautifully executed penalty. 2 very strong penalty takers indeed out here this afternoon in the form of Capella and Beresford. And the back goes into play. The backhand comes in. We get a whistle on that one there. We can see on the replay here now, Kelly looks to come with the backhand. Or was it Beresford trying to come forward with it? And the umpire's just having a quick little chat about it and a chat to the players too. Another saying, got 2 long men out there on the field who can certainly thump a ball in the form of Capella and Beresford. And so it looks like we'll be throwing that ball in once more. But this time, of course, it'll be from the inside out on umpire Matthias Verveni. Bowls that ball into play. It is in the middle of the line out the back. Coming away with it there is Beresford. Finds a bit of space for himself as he turns and faces back towards goal and sets sail up the field here now. Beresford going forward. Coming round is Kelly. Trying to spoil that play. Does so, but the backhand gets stopped. Can't see it. And it's quickly onto it. It's Tomasito. Tomasito up onto it. Play here now. Tomasito looking to make a move, but he's got Kelly going forward. But with him there is Luquin Monteverde. Gets told to take the man as the animal, but Barabucci Capella comes forward onto it. Goes forward with it with a little flick shot. Through the goal it is by Alfredo Capella Barabucci for goal number 7 on the board. Goal number 6 on the board, rather. 6.5 goals it is now. Lovely replay shot there and gets the near side shot. Not impeding with it. Beresford thought it was good play there. Very strong play indeed there by Alfredo Capella. 6.5 to 3 is the score. 4 minutes left to go here in chucker number 3. And the ball gets bowled back into play. They're all looking for a bit of something there. It flicks out here now. Kelly tries to avoid the hook, does so, but couldn't take it any further. We get the whistle on the play. Let's see where this is going. I hear Bars calling about a man might have come across in between the 2 players. And let's see if we can see what we can see on the replay here now. As he comes forward, and you've got Tomasito just tucked in behind Kelly. And Beresford coming across in between the 2 players. So this ball now has been dropped down on the 40-yard line for a penalty 3 in favour of Bangash. Alfie once more teeing this ball up here now. Wanting to extend this lead. Had a lovely field goal just before. Don't want to give him the curse by the commentator, but an excellent penalty taker. Circling around here nicely now. Pony nice and balanced and calm. Just goes a little off. Strikes, he shoots in towards the goal it is, but out towards the right-hand side it is. It's gone wide. Or has it? Let us see. No, it hasn't. Flagman overruled by the umpire. Through the goals it is. Let's see what we can see on the drone. Unfortunately, I can't really see an awful lot of the ball personally. However, if you can unpick it, just let us know on Facebook with a comment. And there it is. Bangash, 7.5 goals to Bangash. 3 goals it is to the UAE umpire coming back to the middle of the field. Players dispersing, so it looks like they've called a free change. The whistle will go. And we'll just have a quick break here now. Whilst the players change, you see Alfie just ambling off the field. We have a few more people who have actually kindly left messages here now. We'd like to say thank you very much to the Polo Score. And also from Nigeria, in big support of Bangash, is Ishak Dambadara, who will probably also be watching some of the polo there in Lagos going on at the moment. And Abu Bakar Jibrin, who's watching from Kaduna in Nigeria, another very strong area of polo. And so the players coming back out on the field here. Thank you very much for your comments. Great to hear from you and the support of Polo Line here and the Silver Cup. in Dubai. So,
That's 1 minute, so they were good.
quick change there by the players, and the ball gets bowled into play. Into play it is. Off the back of the line it comes. Picks it up to Lukeen. Lukeen met there by Tomasito. Has to turn away from, try and get away from him. Tomasito working hard and does so. Tomasito takes possession of it here now. Turns up. In there in front of him is Lukeen trying to get up onto it, but he leaves it now for Capella. Capella just waits for a bit of a gap. Goes on the run himself here this time. Going with him there is Petovsky. He sends that ball in up the front door there, looking for Hyder. Hyder swoops onto this one here nicely. Hyder looking for the under next shot, looking to finish it off, but it just goes wide. Good pressure there by Shaker Mather, keeping him off that play. And the ball's placed down there on the back line for Tommy Beresford to bring into play once more. Beresford taps it up here now. Cuts this one out wide into open space for Lukeen to scurry onto. Lukeen comes onto the play, straightens himself up, goes for the one-time play, gets a very acute angle onto that one indeed, and looks like he's wanting to come back onto his own ball and does so nicely as Beresford gives himself a little bit of protection there. Coming back inside the players once again is Lukeen. Lovely stick work. Opens shoulder up, drives that one off. Lovely weighted pass there for Beresford to fizz that one up forward. It doesn't quite reach Petovsky, but he'll go back onto his own player in hot pursuit. There is Kelly. Kelly couldn't get the first one, and he goes with a shot in towards the goal as he comes through and past Tomasito, but it just goes wide. Great pressure there by Beresford, but equalled in the defence by Bangash. As you can see on the replay, he's coming forward. He goes past Kelly, and he also gets through Tomasito, but in doing so, it just pushes the ball wide. So on the back line it is once more here now for Capella. Capella taps it forward once again. Goes with this one open wide, looking there now for Tomasito to scurry back onto, but it looks like that ball is going to be cruel and unkind as it bounces out over the boards. So the ball will be dropped down for a free hit. The 8-second count has begun for Beresford to bring it in. Boveni drops the ball. Players call. Beresford taps it up there. In front of him is Kelly. Looks up towards the goal, goes with the driving shot and sends this one in towards the goal, but it's just drifting towards the left-hand side. The left-hand side it goes. So wide once more it is. And the ball will be placed on the back line. But from the other side of the goals this time for Alfredo Capella. Alfie. And Bangash. Looking to get this up the other end. Brings it forward. In comes Lukeen, goes off on it by himself. He couldn't quite take it, but Lukeen, look at that little play, look at that pony, look at that horsemanship. Lukeen takes the man, flicks it on the near side, showing a great wealth of experience, some wisdom there, some wonderful maturity by Lukeen Monteverde. Instead of going for that next shot, he just checked up, took the man, put him in the pocket and said, thank you very much indeed. And I'll flick it back in through the goals, making goal number 4 on the board there for the UAE. But it's still 7.5 it is to Bangash here in chucker number 3. Some 30 seconds to go before the first two. So the two teams line up here now. On umpire right. Looking to get this ball into play. Into play it is in the middle of the line out once more. And it's going to be Kelly comes away with that one. But it's gone high, lofted there for Beresford to pick up. Beresford sends the backhand under the tail for Petovsky. Petovsky drags this one forward. Good play by Petovsky. He's on the loose here now. Petovsky down the far side. Gives that ball a ride. Looking to open it up here now for Shaker Mather. Mather in front of goal. Going forward onto it. But it's now going to be picked up once again there by Petovsky on the near side. On the hooter and through the goal it is. From Fedivon Petovsky puts it away, making it 5 goals to the UAE, 7.5 to Bangash, and that there will end chucker number 3. I will now go to the quick half-time break before we come back for the last 2 chuckers here in our first match in the Silver Cup this afternoon. After we've had a few messages and adverts from Polo Light.
Welcome to the finals day of the third Rishat Meal Alula Desert Polo. We started off with 8 teams, we're down to the last 2, and they'll be playing for this beautiful trophy.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here for the second half of our first match here this afternoon at Tor Polo Resort Club in the Silver Cup. You can see there on the screen, and for those of you live here, I'll just give you a quick reminder. At the end of Chukka number 1, it was 2.5 goals to Bangash over UAE. At the end of Chukka number 2, it was 4.5 to 3. And the end of Chukka number 3, 7.5 to 5. So the progression has been stable and steady by both teams from the second checker on. And here we go with the stats. 2 field goals apiece. Throw-ins being dominated by the UAE, 7 to 4. Fouls committed more there by Bangash, 8 to 5. Penalties 5 from 5 and 3 from 5 for the UAE. And corners, no corners, and no yellow cards. So the two teams are lining up on umpire Matthias Bowelli and get that ball into play. Into play it is. Out the back of the line it comes. Looking for it there is Pitolsky. Pitolsky looks like he's going with the big one, but it keeps it short. Goes with it this time, and he finishes that one up nicely there, but possibly first back onto this one is going to be Capella. We're there with Lukin. Capella onto his near side, gets pushed and shoved, and we get a whistle on the play. Lukin saying, yeah, but he came from one side to the other, but let's see what we can see on the replay here now. And you see he's coming up onto it. Goes forward. And possibly got ridden into a little bit from behind. But the penalty is going to be given there in favour of the UAE because of the UAE. Alfie did swap from one side to the other side is what the umpires have come up with, and we can see there looking very relaxed, gaining his binoculars. It is Lucas Monteverde, the mastermind behind this UAE team, taking it from strength to strength throughout the world with great organisation, incredible horses. So circling round up onto this one here now for the 40-yard penalty, it is Tommy Beresford. Up onto this open-strided little pony here, brings it back, comes up to it, strikes that one and puts it straight through. No mistake for Beresford here this time. Through the goals it is. The goal number 6 on the board. There it is for the UAE. 6 goals to the UAE, 7.5. For Bangash, good way for the UAE to be starting, closing that gap a little bit more. Putting the pressure here on this Bangash side. We've had a very strong first half of this match. So umpire Benny lines the two teams up. And we have a spot white penalty here now in favour of Bangash. And you can just see that nicely there. And you're just encroaching in on the line there before the ball was in. And Alfie just looking for a used ball. All the players have been warned about this, jumping in onto the line.
Number three, black.
So, Alfie taps it. Opens that massive shoulder and launches that one up the field, and it doesn't quite get as far as Tomasito. He drags that one forward, though, reaches that a long way back, but he shows too much of it there for Feddy. Feddy comes in, cuts it open, gets stopped there by Tomasito, but Beresford picks up the spoils here now. Beresford turns back inside, comes away through the traffic here now, does Beresford. He, in turn, just gives that ball a monster ride up the field, up over the halfway line into some fresh country for Shaker Mather. Going back with her now, it is Haida Bangash as Mather brings a good approach shot coming in onto it, but it's going to be Haida to come onto this one first. Solid as ever. Backhand there by Haida, but well read and well picked up there by, anticipated by Petovsky, but it looks like we have a whistle on the play, and Alfie might have just got onto that one first. Fede, having been playing with Haida a long time, tried to come onto it, and possibly, as he did, he might have been onto the line first, but cut across in front of Alfie. So the penalty's being given from the halfway point for a penalty 5B. In favour of Bangash. Very good, strong, solid backhand by Haida Bangash. And it's going to be Alfredo Capella to bring this one here now. Into play. Players going up forward. He leans into that one there, sends it up here. Helped on its way there by Kelly, but it looks like can Haida get onto it? No, he can't. The backhand comes in. Who's round onto this first? Can't get onto it. Can the players? But the first two players, but it's going to be Lukeen. Lukeen checks up, takes it away there from Tomasito. Lukeen goes with a half swing, pushes this one out wide, finds a bit of space for himself here now. Lukeen Monteverde. Lukeen comes up onto that play, but he sends that one out towards the boards. It's Beresford and Tomasito coming back onto it. He gets the backhand in there. Does Beresford for Lukeen to pick up nicely here now. Lukeen brings this one up over halfway line here. Shoulder drives that one up, puts that one up once more there for Mather. Mather being helped out there by Petovsky. Mather up onto the ball once more. Mather looking for the finishing shot. Mather comes in onto the play, but he couldn't do anything about it. Could Alfredo Capella, and through the goals it goes by Mather Al Maktoum. And the goal is good. The goal is good. 7 goals it is now to the UAE. 7.5 to Bangash. Great use of Mather out the front there. Goes with the last finish he got. Alfie thought that he might be able to clear that one away, but it had already crossed over the line. Getting the goal for Heiner Shaker Mather. 7.5 it is. Here in Chaka number 4. Looking for a gap. Ball gets bowled into play. Haida gets a tickle of that one there, but it's Beresford to put Squirt through onto this here now. Beresford goes under the neck, unleashing Lukeen Monteverde. Monteverde wanting another one here now. Monteverde coming forward up onto the play. Monteverde taps it once, taps it twice, and through the goals it is there for Lukeen Monteverde, making it 8 goals it is now to the UAE. 7.5 to Bangash. Lovely use there of Lukeen. Straight out the front he goes. So the players will just come back to the middle of the field here now. Very happy Lukeen indeed, as Alfie just quickly changes his pony as well. Counting it down before the ball will be bowled into play. Alfredo looking to get back on side. Ball just on side and into play it is, and it's Lukeen with it once more. Lukeen comes away from the play. Lukeen brings this one forward, couldn't quite get onto it, but the backhand, good strong backhand there by Tomasito, but who's going to be onto it? Haida's been told to get a move on here now, but he gets taken off out of it there by Lukeen. Lukeen picks it up stick side, back onto his near side. Lukeen, lovely stick work there by him at pace, and he dribbles this ball around the corner here once more, takes it stronger, tries to send it up there, but it comes off the pony and it just gets stopped in the play, and it's now left here for Alfredo Capella. Alfie flicks it away there from Petovsky. Comes away with it, goes with that big neck shot, send it up here now for Tomasito. Tomasito to be met there by Beresford. Gets pushed off out of it there, and they tread on the ball, and we get a whistle on it as the ball just gets buried into the ground. And I think we possibly get a free change here now, and I think Tomasito will be looking for that one there. You can see he tries to come up onto the play. They cancel each other out, go over the top of the ball, and they tread that ball in. And so we'll just have a quick break here now of a minute. So they have 1 minute to change and get back before play will be called, or the ball will be bowled in. Alfredo, having already changed, is sitting in the middle of the field, but we have Bangash, it's down their end, so they can easily get back in time. The pressure there is on the UAE. Lukin quickly hopping from one to the other front viewers on phone line. Petowski dismounts. Halfway through their time. Petowski back on board. Tommy's on. Mather gets himself remounted. We can see on the screen that we have Lukin and Fedor Petowski coming back onto the field. I'd also like to make a comment there. Thanks. Good to see that Manu Krepa was tuning in. And we also have, of course, Mohamed Reza Mahmoudi. We look forward to seeing you over here next month. And the ball's already been bowled into play. So the ball went in, but we got a whistle on the play. And let's see what the umpires are going to do with this one here now. White were in possession of the play when the whistle blew. And we have a drop ball being given there to White. However, they're calling for a re-rolling. So the ball bowled into play it is out the back of the line out. That one comes off here now, but Capella's going to pick it up. The re-rolling was very gentlemanly done in a sportsmanlike manner. Comes round the back of the umpire there as Capella looks up to see where goal is and looks up to see where his teammates are, and he gives that ball a ride from a distance. He looked at goal and straight through the goal it is. Alfredo Capella Baramucci thumps it away. So Bangash back out to the lead. It is 8.5 goals. You see him just come round here casually, looks up at goal and gives that ball a ride and just sneaks it inside that right hand upright. Beautiful goal there by Alfredo Capella. So back to the middle of the field it is once more. 8.5 to 8 it is. We have a match on our hands here now as the two teams line up there on umpire Many. Ball bowled in, stuck in the middle line out once more, coming away with Kelly. Kelly tried to take that one away there from Beresford, but it's backhand there by Tomasito looking to unleash Hyder going back onto his near side, couldn't quite pick that one up, but it's going to be Lukin. Lukin picks up the spoils and sends the backhand to put UAE back in attack once more, and it's Fedi and Kelly coming onto it. Kelly sends the backhand, takes it away. Next onto this one though, it is going to be Capella. Lukin thinks he's got a new line on the ball, but he gets helped out of the play there by Tomasito as we have Capella leans into it once more. Fedi wisely ducks out the way of that one, but it didn't quite go as far as he would like to have done so, and it's going to be on the near side play there by Fedi von Petowski. Thought he had something there, did Capella, but just a little bit too slow for the umpires, and it's going to be Lukin going forward, but going back with him. Couldn't get onto it to the next two, but a lovely open backhand there by Hyder Bangash, saving it away and taking it from the danger zone, but first onto it here it is going to be Beresford, who nervously looks up to see Capella coming towards him, goes with the shot, drives this one in, but curls that one out towards the right hand side, and wide it goes. So the ball's placed on the back line as Capella quickly hops from one to the other. Tomasito goes back behind the ball here now because play has been called. It's 8.5 to 8 here in Shaka number 4, and just under 1.5 minutes left to play. And it's Capella, changes onto the little grey pony, comes forward here now with the play, brings it forward again. Can he come in underneath it? No, he goes open with that play here now. They're looking for Kelly or Petowski. Petowski up on, leaves it for Kelly. Kelly leaves it in turn there for Capella, but in between the two of them comes Lukin. Lukin picks it up here now. Lukin taps it forward. Lukin lets his boys go up forward, and he sends that one out forward in front, but first onto it is going to be Capella on the near side. Couldn't pick it up, but it's going to be Petowski, but he gets another bite of the cherry and clears it away from the danger zone as Capella, and quickly onto that one there is Tomasito, but we get a whistle on the play. So let's see which file they did pull out of that one there. You see Capella comes in, plays the backhand. Were they discussing that one there? Oh, no, you can see it quite clearly there. Tomasito comes with the man, but they did come across Beresford, who was turned around back on that line. So the ball's been dropped down here now for a penalty two, a 30-yard penalty in favour of UAE. Or do we make a 40 out of this one? No, it looks like we're making a 40 out of this one as a defensive play. Well, Tommy Barris will circle around here to try and get themselves back out into the lead again once more. Very good on his short penalties. Beresford circling around here now. Very beautifully balanced, comes up nicely. Comes forward, just hops on him and changes legs, but no problem there for Tommy Beresford. Puts it away through the goals it is. Back out into the lead once more it is. 9 goals to the UAE. 8.5 for Bangash. And back to the middle of the field once more. Umpire just counts it down, looks for that gap, opens up. Obviously does have to move, ball goes into play it is. Kelly tries to get hold of this one and push it up forward. Kelly comes away with it here now. Kelly met there by Luke Keane. He's got Alfie going forward. He gets told to leave it by Tomasita. Tomasita brings it forward. They're marking each other well. Comes up past the players on that one there, but he's over the top of it and he leaves it now for Luke Keane, who's first round up onto this play here, but coming back hard is Capella, and also we have Kelly coming back as well. Looking to come onto this one here now. Looking for the hook. Couldn't quite get the hook this time, and it's Luke Keane reaching out forward. Luke Keane, the pressure's on him. Luke Keane looking to sweep this one underneath, but then comes a backhand there for Capella, just saving it. Sent on its way a little bit further nicely there by Kelly for Tomasita to put defence back into attack once more. Umpire scurrying out the way as Tomasita unleashes it and sends that one up the front door, looking for that one there. It will be Hyder, but he can't come onto that one there in front of Fede Omtolski. Fede on the play here now. Fede checking up onto his near side, opens up the backhand for Lukeen to swoop onto here now. Lukeen swoops up onto the player. There goes the first hooter. He sends the backhand, comes off the pony, couldn't pick it up there. Could Fede, and it's now going to be Tomasita. Tomasita up onto the play. Tomasita, that's the second hooter, I'm afraid. That was the second Campana. We didn't hear the first one in the breeze. Hold little bit louder and longer there, please, my good friend Mr. Solomon, as we end chucker number 4, with the score being Bangash 8.5 goals and 9 goals to the UAE. So, ladies and gentlemen, after a few messages and adverts from Polo Line, we'll be back with you for the 5th and final chucker of our first match. Welcome back here to our Polo Line viewers and all of us here at Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club for the 5th and final chucker in our first match of the second day of play in the Silver Cup 24. And the ball will be rolled in from where approximately it was where the first hooter went, and it is going to be umpire right to bowl it in. Guys a little bit anxious to get in. Be nice to see that ball come in and out the back of the line. In it goes. This time it does. Capella's looking for it. He's lost it. Lukine's onto that first. Lukine tries to pick it up on the near side. Does so. Back uses the balls to pick it up on the stick side here now. Comes away with it there. Just sends a light, a high ball. But it's not quite enough distance on that one there. And it's going to be Capella come on. And he gets that one taken away from underneath his nose by Lukine. But we get a whistle on the play. So the ball's been dropped down here now for penalty 5 from the spot in favour of Bangash. Alfie leans into that one, gets hold of that one, and up the front door it goes. Looking for Tomasino, but going back there is Beresford. The two Tommies going back onto it. Gets onto it. Nice tail backhand by Beresford, taking away from the danger zone. Who's going to be first round onto it? Onto that near side. Lukine with Kelly. Picks it up onto the stick side here now. Dribbles the ball in the air, punches it forward. He's allowed one hit, and therefore it is. It's going to be Tomasino to pick it up here now. Tomasino there with Fede. Takes the hook. Fede tries to take the near side, but Tomasino regains possession once more, turns back inside and faces back up into attack once more. Tomasino, in comes the hook there from Lukine, comes forward again. He's just met there, though, and he flicks a nice little pass up for Capella. Capella on the play there with Lukine. Lukine tries to come in, comes under his nose, able to do so, spoils the play, tries to get in comes Fede, says thank you, I'll have a bit of that one there, and I'll take it away from the danger zone, and we'll cut that one up the field for Lukine, but we get a whistle on the play. And we might just have to go for a quick review on that one there, to see who and what and where had the right on it. Maybe there's a little bit of something going off. If we could just have a replay up here for the third man. Did Fede come in there cleanly? That's the question. So we just have a quick pause on that play there. Alfie thought that he had changed the line and created a new line when Fede came in. And it's very difficult to unpick on that one there. I believe one umpire thought that it was actually clean, the other umpire thought not. Doesn't look like he's going to get a clear visual of it. And whilst we're just waiting there, thank you very much to Clinova for your kind support here on Polo Line. So it looks like, having unpicked that one from the drone, that he has crossed in front, and we do have a penalty going to be awarded here now to Bangash. And for our Polo Line viewers, Polo Line OK for Instagram, Polo Line Int, of course, on Facebook, or tune in on their page on Facebook, and of course on YouTube at Polo Line TV. Let us know where you're viewing in from with the score at the moment. UAE 9, 8.5 it is to Bangash, and the penalty, the short penalty, for Alfredo Capella to circle round up onto this one here now for a 40-yard penalty. And it looks like it's actually, there was a number 4 UAE got caught in a bit of no man's land. Capella comes up to it, gives that ball a monster of a ride, but it goes right it is, so the score remains the same. Oh, is it? Yes, no, goal judge needs to be standing there. He thought it was wide, umpires say yes, they overruled it, of course. Needs to get himself just directly behind that goalpost though. So the score now, 9.5 goals it is to Bangash, 9 goals to the UAE. So many. Lines of 2 teams up here now. Here in chucker number 5. 5.5 minutes left to play. As the ball goes back into play it is off the back of the line now. Beresford wants it. Kelly comes in, checks up in behind Kelly, does Beresford. Beresford on the play here now, goes himself up forward to meet, or just to be met there. Goes forward once again, gets over, does Kelly onto the stick side, looking for the hooking play, and it comes out here nicely, and it's going to be intercepted and picked up by Capella, who gives that ball a monster backhand, but first onto it is going to be Patowski. Patowski sends it in there once again, swooping onto it is going to be Beresford, giving himself a little bit of space as Capella pushes him in onto the play, comes away with it, does Tomasito, we get a whistle on that play. Tomasito still thinks he was innocent on that play. Maybe the umpires were saying he was actually coming under the arm. It's why Tommy didn't make the play. And therefore, we do have a short penalty here now in favour of UAE from the 40-yard line. Beresford just got his arm picked up, wanting to make the play as Tomasito came round to play it on the near side. And that there is the result of the foul in favour of UAE. Lukin quickly hopping up the top end to change ponies. And there are a plethora of ponies in the ranks. So, Tommy just teeing this ball up. Players called. I know he's probably trying to milk it a little bit whilst Lukin's off changing. However, there is a period of time. As Beresford circles round up onto this one here now. Beresford comes in, drives, shoots, and in towards the goal, and through the goals it is. The ball bobbles on nicely through there. For 10 goals it is now to the UAE. 9.5 for Bangash. A good high-scoring game, nearly 20 goals scored. We'll probably get 20 out of this match here this afternoon, at least. We've got 4.5 minutes still left to play. So Aveni bowls that ball into play at the twos, at the back, comes off with it, does Lukin. Lukin comes round the front of the line here now, keeping Capella off was Beresford. He unloads this one up the front door there for Patowski. Couldn't pick up the bouncing ball. It's now picked up by Tomasito. Showed too much of that one there to Patowski, and Patowski takes that one forward, but in comes Tomasito. Takes it round the man, and on the near side does Fede. Fede facing up towards goal here now. He's got traffic to get through. He's had Capella come across in front of him there, and he comes forward once again, but they hook each other and cancel each other out. And who's first round onto it? It looks like it's Beresford. Beresford looking to clear this one away here now. Beresford trying to get towards goal. They're just ridden off out of it, and first onto it is going to be Lukin. Lukin tapped it forward. He needs a bit of space, and it gets stopped there by Kelly, but we get a whistle on the play. Or maybe not, or did it go wide? Let us see what they come up with. You can see on a good replay here now. He's coming up onto it. Oh, and Kelly comes in and hooks him. Was he clean on that turn? The umpires will have to unpick this one here now. So it's an eventful, packed chunk of this one is here now. And at this point in time, whilst they unpick it, the players will quickly go and change ponies. Then we'll come back to decide what the officials here this afternoon have managed to dissect from that play. I don't know about for you or not. I mean, it looked like Kelly was in on the ball, quickly turned around, but did he infringe Lukin? Or did it come off the defender? Or did it come off a leg? They're just trying to work this one out. So it looks like the umpires have decided there was no foul. The ball has possibly gone out over the back line. And as it's gone over the back line, it's possibly come off the foot of a horse. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, we will have a hit in from the back line in favour of Bangash. Umpire's just explaining this one here now to the players, deeming that Kelly was clean and fair on his position on the field. So the ball will be placed down on the back line here now for Bangash to bring back into play and get the second half of checker number 5 underway. From Freddie Capella, taps it up forward here now. Alfie taps it forward. Goes with that big shot and he cuts his monster of a ball up the field here now for Tomasito to come on to. Being chased there by Beresford. Tomasito up on the play. Tomasito goes with it this second time, fizzes that up there for Hyder. Hyder out the front door, takes a nice ball forward. Mather going back, putting the pressure on. He's looking for the big neck shot. Couldn't quite get exactly what he wanted, and into the boards it goes. Patowski cuts this one, but it goes out over the boards. So we will have a free hit from the 60-yard line. The ball will be dropped down in favour of Bangash and Alfredo Capella. Capella has to make a play on this one here now. Goes with a big shot, sends this one into the danger zone. Tomasito gets a touch on that one there. So does Patowski, one side, the other side. But unfortunately for him, it's left there for Tomasito, who just drills it away there for Bangash. And we're back again to that half-goal margin. But this time it's in favour of Bangash. 10.5 to 10 over the UAE. You can see on the replay there, well cut out by Fede, but unfortunately couldn't clear it away, and Tomasito just pops that one away. I'm sure they'll be discussing that one over a mate later as the two teams line themselves up again on umpire. Matthias Paveni just bowls that ball into play out the back of the line. Out it comes, coming away with Lukin once more. At the top of it, in comes Tomasito to try and spoil his play, but it flicks out to one side. Can't get it there, can Kelly, but it's left now. But it's over the top of it, and it's left there for Alfredo Capella. Capella drills it out forward. He's got Kelly out the front door here now. Kelly gets a bit of cane and out towards the side it goes, and first onto it is going to be Tomasito and Tommy. Leave it in turn though for Capella. Capella gets hooked off out but keeps going forward with the play. Capella down the far side here now. Capella. But it's going to be Tommy Beresford to come up with the spoils, and Tommy turns away from the players, gets helped out there, gets a bit of protection from Lukin, and Lukin comes in now onto Capella to give himself the freedom and the space to send this ball up, but first onto it is going to be Patowski. He couldn't carry that as the pressure was on him there by Tomasito, but it's Mather sends that one up further forward once again. Backhand comes in by Tomasito. Nice bit of angle for Capella to come onto in front of Patowski. Capella and Patowski leaves it now in turn for Kelly. Kelly sends it forward but shows too much of the man at the back door in the form of Beresford, who checks up, turns, comes back inside. On the meet comes Alfredo, and Alfredo comes up with the play here now. Capella going goalward bound here. Capella, what has he got in the tank? Can he get away from this one here now? In comes a long reach there. These two long men trying to get up onto the play, tries to bring it forward, but we get a whistle on the play and possibly a bit of interference there on Capella. Let us see on that replay. On the drone shot here, Capella, does he come across in front of him there? Did he make contact or did he go fishing? Did he go fishing? So, ladies and gentlemen, a yellow card. First one of the match, and the goal is given. In a desperate attempt to stop the goal, unfortunately for him. Impeding the goal. The penalty one given. And 11.5 goals to 10 it is. 11.5 to 10 scoreboard, thank you very much. So, the ball's placed down for penalty 5B from the halfway line for Alfredo Capella. And we've got just over a minute left to play. Capella. Will he go long? I think he will do. Goes into it, lives that ball a ride up the field. It's going all the way it goes. They're scurrying back, but it might be a little wide. Beresford checks up, comes back inside. Kelly has to yield off that one and allow Beresford to unload it once more, and he's got young Lucas Monteverde up on the move here now. Lukin, Capella's got back to him. leaves that one behind, and next on to this one looks like it is going to be the backhand there of Kelly. Quickly round though, it is Beresford. Beresford puts defence into attack once more, looks to lean into it and gives that ball a monster ride up the field, up the front door there. It's going a little wide. Who's first onto it? The backhand comes in, safe as houses once again, saving the day as Bangash, but this time it's sent in out further by Tomasito. And up onto the play here now, we have Capella at the halfway line, goes with a big shot, but he keeps a little bit of control on that one there. He's got 15 seconds, goes with a shot this time and puts it straight through the goal. Alfredo Capella Maramucci rides straight back into the pony lines. A very happy camper indeed. 12 and a half goals it is to Bangash, 10 goals to the UAE. UAE came back very strongly indeed, getting out into the lead, and it was going nip and tuck all the way. Finally, Bangash run out the winners in our first match here this afternoon. 12 and a half goals to Bangash, 10 to the UAE. So chukker by chukker, Bangash 2.5 to 0, 4.5 to 3 after chukker number 2, 7.5 to 5 after chukker number 3. Then it got really tasty and juicy indeed in chukker number 4 with 8.5 goals to 9, and then it was just swaying each way like a pendulum there. But at the end of chukker number 5, it was 12.5 goals to Bangash, 10 goals to the UAE. So a very jubilant team indeed as Bangash we leave. And from myself, Adam Snowden and Polar Line, we'll be back with you shortly for our second match after we've moved fields.